So welcome to Walkies with Bowser, where I'm going to talk about just basically answering questions about social media, marketing, branding, all the things that I do on a daily basis. So today I'm going to talk about the importance of telling a story about your brand. So back in the day, everyone used to just put ads out there and hopefully people would call them. So it's kind of called like direct marketing or direct advertising, where now people really want to know your brand. They want to see what's happening behind the scenes. They want to know who's driving the ship. They want to know who's going to be working on their account. They want to know the product in depth. So what we want to do is tell a story about the product or the service or the brand. It's harder to do than you think. It's not one of those things where you can just turn on a camera and try to tell a story. You really have to think across all different social medias and think, how do people want to digest content? LinkedIn is different than Twitter, which is different than Facebook. Each one has a different community built around it, and people are expecting different things. One of the best things you could do to try to build your brand is to tell your story in the right way and make it digestible content, little kind of bite-sized pieces for each of these different brands. Now here's the question. I told you have to tell a story, you have to build a brand, but how do you do it? So with LinkedIn, it's more of a B2B, it's a prospecting type thing, where what I like to do is visit people's profiles and then have them see basically what I'm about. When you visit someone's profile, they can see that, so then typically they'll visit you back. There's software that'll help you automate that process, but you can basically generate a massive amount of leads and a massive amount of very targeted exposure, and that's great for B2B businesses. It's probably one of the easiest ways to get in front of businesses from a social media perspective. So next is Instagram, and I'm the king of Instagram. I love it. I consult for a lot of companies with it. I build software for it. I just think it's a great way to show people kind of the inside parts of your life. So it's really important not to go overboard on Instagram, but also not to totally neglect it. What I would do is inspirational quotes, because people will actually identify those inspirational quotes with your life. If you say something very motivational and people see that, they end up associating it with you. So even if it's not your quote, you just like it, maybe make it your own by adding a custom image in the background or changing a font or making something on your own using something like Canva. But Instagram's a great tool for you to basically profile your life and show people what you're about and really get a quick message across that they can scroll through very quickly and really feel like they get to know you. So how do you market on Facebook? I like to do things like funny GIFs, funny memes. I like to create my own, but I definitely get inspired from what other people do. You don't have to reinvent the wheel every time and think of this ultimate big marketing campaign. Literally, you can take a funny image, funny meme, something along those lines, and share it. People will like it, they'll reshare it, they'll add it to their page. You want to make sure you watermark it. But Facebook basically adds a whole new level of marketing with very targeted ads to a very highly engaged group. And people don't even think about it. If they like it, they're just gonna hit the share button. So it's very easy for something to go viral, especially if you just throw a little bit of money into it. So I know that was a really general overview, a very simplistic approach, but if anyone has questions about anything social media, just message on the YouTube link, message on our Facebook, my Facebook page, our company Facebook page. I'm happy to answer any questions and give you any advice that I have on it.